look in the mirror, look at yourself and be like, damn, if I can eat my coochie right now, I would. Works every time. Hey you guys, and welcome back to Shit Happens Podcast. My name's Kayla. I'm the creator of this podcast.
My name's Akira. I'm the co-host of this podcast.
And this is a podcast where we basically talk about all the shit that be going on through our fucking lives. Okay? Yeah. Today, we're going to talk about anxiety.
When did you come to terms with your anxiety? What was your first experience?
After COVID is when we had to like get thrown back into the real world on college. Like, how was my first like early on college experiences? Well, when I went to college, I already had a friend group because we went to high school together. But I could not imagine what I would have done if I didn't know them niggas. I was not the type to go. Literally, all I did freshman year was go to my room, go to class, if even that. Go to the fucking, I wouldn't even go in the dining hall to eat. I would order on Grubhub and get my food and go eat it back in my room. And then I'll be at Tavia's house all the time. And that was my routine. That's what I would do freshman year. I wasn't really like trying to socialize and go to like on campus events and shit. Like when my friends would talk about trying to meet new people, I was not on that shit. I was like, why are y'all trying to meet new people for? Like,
wait, so I was just about to say, so do you feel like if your friends weren't there, do you feel like you would try to meet new people? Or you think like you just wouldn't have like,
I don't think I would have, at least not like, because it takes me a long time to, I'm a very loyal person. So if I'm going to be loyal, if I'm going to make a friend, loyalty has to be there. And loyalty is something you have to literally see it when certain situations play out with you and your friends. And I'm not type to one to just say, oh, we just met, let's be friends now, let's hang out all close and shit, best friends, buddy, like that type of shit, like real fast. Like that shit gotta take time for me.
Okay.
And sometimes that can be perceived as like, oh, you're not really trying to be friends for real because you don't want to do this, that, and all that shit. Already, like, nigga, we just met. Like, no, I'm not. Like, not right now. Like, you're not finna come over my crib and all that shit quite yet. Sorry. No.
Are you even in college though?
I just feel like it would have been awkward when we just sitting there in silence. Because I could sit with y'all in just silence.
But if you try to get to know somebody, you're not going to be in silence. You're going to be trying to like have a conversation and trying to get to know each other.
Not just hanging out at the crib. I'm trying to just chill at the crib.
I mean, I guess.
Unless we're actually like doing something. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'd rather us go out first, hang out a couple times first, and then like, all right, we can chill at each other's house and type shit. Like, you know, I'm not really, I like to move slow, but a lot of people now, especially, well, I don't know about now, but like, a lot of people, they just try to become friends so damn quick. And that's why you see half of all these friendships falling out and shit. And like, you didn't think somebody, because you didn't really know them that well. You know, y'all be friends for a couple, 1 year, 2 year, and then that's your best friend, and then y'all fall out.
I think 1 or 2 years is a long time to be friends. So.
1 or 2 years?
I feel like that's a lengthy friendship.
It's not long enough. You live a whole, like, it's not long, like, it's a long time, yeah, looking at a year's perspective. But looking at just the friendships, like, the length of my friendships I have now, like, 5 years plus, all my friends, the only, like, what? Me and Tavia didn't get close till freshman year of college. Me and Wisdom, too. Are those the only new friends I've had? And what, it's been like, what, 3 years now? And we still friends? And the rest of them niggas who I just came close with, it's been, them niggas fell out. After 1 or 2 years, right? Yeah. So that's why I say, like, give it a couple years to see if y'all, because what I think it is, I think it's like, you got to be able to argue and get in fights and arguments with your friends. And like, that will really test to the damn friendship to see if y'all come back to each other. Because if y'all can't get over, same thing with relationships. If y'all can't get over tough conversations and tough arguments and come back stronger, then I just don't think that was your real friend. Yeah. That's just my personal view on it. How do you feel?
I agree. I feel like, I feel like all relationships, period, like you have to be able to have disagreements or whatever and still be able to connect to each other. That's just really
That really tests the friendship for real, right?
And if y'all fall out, then y'all wasn't meant to be friends.
Dead ass. Okay, so how was it when you first went to school? Like, was it easy for you to just start talking to people?
No, girl, I've been quiet my whole
Yeah.
life. I never like go to people and try to be their friends. Like I just if
it just naturally happens,
then yeah, we could be cool. But I don't never.
But it never happens for me. Like, it's very rare.
That people gravitate to you and y'all stay friends.
Yeah, like it just naturally happens.
Oh,
Like, not no more at least.
oh yeah.
Like, cause my last meeting a new friend, it wasn't even new. I went to school with Tavia. Like, Caleb was like new, and even like when Caleb first came into the friend group, I wasn't really fucking with the nigga like that because I don't like meeting new people. Like, he had to grow on me first before I started opening up. I think that's what it is with me. Like, I'm gonna be closed off at first until I can realize this is safe to be me. Like, okay, now you can see the real me. Like, I know you ain't no weirdo, so we can be cool.
Yeah.
And sometimes that just takes me a while, longer than some other people maybe.
Yeah.
And that's where my thing come in. How long it take for you to warm up to people?
Honestly, now that we talking about it, I don't have, like, y'all are like my newest friends. Like, I can't really think of a friendship like
That you've made after us?
Yeah, I mean, except Tavia. Me and Tavia got like closer, but we still not like close.
Close, like you wouldn't call him on the phone.
Yeah.
Type shit.
Yeah, but like. I don't feel like that. I
don't
like
the same shit as me. This bitch trying to talk about me, and she the same. Now, why do you think we're friends, you guys? You see, like literally.
I say I agree with everything you said.
That's when, like, what was the fucking original question? Like, what was my first realization of anxiety?
Oh yeah, you said about the beginning.
Yeah, like how it was hard for me to like just make friends. Really, like I didn't realize that until after high school, because in high school everybody know everybody, so you're not really making friends because you already know everybody. You already know who you want to hang out with and the people who are just another nigga you see at fucking school, you know. But college is a whole new environment. There's so many new people and shit like that. So that was just very overwhelming for me because it was out of my comfort zone. I wasn't really good with talking to new people like that, and so that's when I feel like I realized I came to terms with, oh, you have anxiety. Like you have struggle with social anxiety, with being put in social situations without feeling awkward or feeling nervous or feeling like you have to conform or shit like that. So I had to deal with that. What was your first lifetime?
So now, like, thinking back on it, it was definitely when I one time, like, at the first church I went to in Georgia, they had put me in the children's
Like when you moved down here?
Yeah.
How old were you? Weren't you like young as hell?
Yeah, I moved down here when I was 4, but I'm saying like when I got older. Like, I'm saying I was at the first church for like years.
Oh, like, the first church, like, oh yeah. That was the one with the that one was fun.
Fuck them niggas. Anyways,
what did them niggas do? Did you tell me already?
I'll tell you. I was in the children's choir because my dad, he was like he was in the regular choir or whatever. He was like the director or something, or like the lead singer. And so I could sing too. So they had me try out for a solo. And I was so scared that I was really crying because I did not want to sing. I did not want to sing in front of everybody. And I was like, bro, like, why are y'all trying to force me to sing in front of people? I do not want to sing in front of these people. So she took me out in the hallway and I sung like just in front of her. And so she was like, okay, you want to do the solo? And I'm like, bruh, no!
Why would she do that? She know you don't want to do it in front of people. Yeah, but she couldn't make you do it, did she?
Oh, I did it. Yeah, I did it.
Oh, I did it.
I did it a few more times after that too. Like, I just had to, you know,
get over it.
Yeah, get over it.
Because you knew you could do it. Yeah. So why don't you sing anymore?
Because I'm still scared to sing.
You don't gotta sing in front of people.
I know. I mean, I sing all the time by myself. But like, I'm saying, like, I don't sing in front of people.
You don't ever want to like just record yourself and make like a spam page and post it on there?
I do be recording myself singing, but I don't like posting it nowhere.
Why?
Because I don't like other people hearing me sing.
Why?
Because I don't know. Because I feel like I can't really hear myself, so I don't know if I can sing or not. But people tell me that I can sing, but like I can't hear it for myself, so I don't believe it.
So you think that it just doesn't sound appealing to the others' ears, even though they tell you it sounds appealing?
Yeah.
So don't you think that just might be your head fucking with you?
Mm-hmm.
So that thing, like, shut the fuck up.
I mean, yeah, I guess.
The facts that I'm the
because
feedback I'm
lately,
getting back.
honestly, I have been thinking about joining the choir I'm in the church.
Yeah, you should.
I'm scared.
Start there.
I'm gonna think about it. Yeah.
Start in the back.
Duh.
Exactly.
There's only be like 5 of them up there, so I'm gonna be.
Oh, that's not the back. Then all y'all are really on the front line.
The last one is some practices you do to keep your anxiety balanced.
Literally, I told Jordan this to go say this in the fucking mirror, and I want everybody to go say this in the mirror. Look in the mirror, look at yourself, and be like, "Damn, if I can eat my coochie right now, I would." Works every time.
Yeah.
All jokes aside, though, self-care became really big part for me after my freshman year. Cause that's when I was just down in the deep end. Did you see it? Could you tell how fucked up I was?
No,
based off of just how I looked? Like how drained I looked? Yeah, like did I look drained?
I would say
physically, appearance wise
until sophomore year. That's when I noticed. That's what I noticed.
No, basically end of freshman year going into sophomore year type shit. That's when my bags were so low. I had dark circles under my eyes. Like I have literally a Snapchat video where it looks so bad. Like I was smoking very, very heavily. Like all I would do throughout my day is just stay high and eat food and stay in my room and watch shit on my phone. That's literally all I would do throughout the day. And then yeah, I just got tired of being a side bitch. Like, literally, like, I got tired. That shit started pissing me off now. Like, all right, bro, like, how much longer? Like, I started realizing, like, bro, you're only doing this shit to yourself. And then that's when I made my vision board and shit like that. And I started prioritizing self-care and self-help. I started journaling. I don't journal every day. I don't journal. I'm not one of those persons that say, journal every day, da-da-da-da. I just journal whenever I feel like journaling. Like, if I feel like get the urge to journal, I'm going to journal. And that's when I'll just update my journal on everything that's, you know, might have transpired from the last journal entry to the now newer one. I like to do face masks. I haven't really done face masks in a while. I love taking my baths. That's probably like my top thing I do. Take my baths and just, I like looking through my camera roll to like look at how much of a bad bitch I am. Like anytime I'm feeling like low, like, I like looking at myself in the mirror by myself a lot too. Like every time I pass by a mirror and I'm alone, I will look at it for hours. But once I'm in like, when I'm around people, I don't like doing that because I don't want to seem conceited.
I don't give a fuck. It's not like you just stop looking good because they're here.
You're right. You look good. You look good. I don't know. I just feel weird every time I'm looking in the mirror around other people. Because I've walked past people looking in the mirror and it's just like, oops, sorry. Like, I feel like I'm interrupting. Like, ooh, that was personal time between y'all two. Like, oops, sorry. Like, I feel like it's such a private, in my head, it's such a private thing for me.
But the mirror is not in private. They know they're not in private. They know they're in public.
Exactly, but it's like PDA to me. It's like when kissing in public almost, like looking at yourself. It's like I look at myself so, but that's how I feel. I'm like so highly, like like looking at something so highly. It's like when I do it in public, it's like almost like somebody watching me have sex. Like you don't need to be looking at me looking at myself. You don't deserve to see that. Cause when I look at myself, I'm like really feeling that shit, you know. Cause like that's the best way to uplift you know, your spirits and shit like that. So I don't like when people watching me look at myself. Fuck you looking at? But I know what you're looking at. But fuck you looking at?
Some practices that I do. Self-care, of course. I feel like going out and practicing self-care, like since I'm such a shy person and I don't really like talking to people, I feel like going out and like doing things for myself, actually like starting
like
conversations with people. Yeah.
Starting conversations?
Yeah, I feel like yeah, that's what I'm saying. I feel like it helps like build my like confidence more, and it doesn't really make me as like, it makes my anxiety kind of calm down because like, okay, like I'm cool, I'm straight. So yeah, I like doing that. Since I started yoga, like whenever I feel myself like getting nervous or like starting to have a panic attack, I just focus on my breathing and remember that to like live, and live in the moment, yeah. Praying, of course.
Of course, yeah. Praying is another big one of mine.
Yeah, gotta do a lot of that. But
hanging out with my friends too. That is like so therapeutic for me, like hanging out with you guys and like taking your dinner.
Yeah, I feel like it gives me like, it takes me away from reality sometimes.
Yeah, because it just matched energies, like people with my same energy, and we all just get together and that shit match. And it's like, I don't like this. The thing I like about it is like, because I feel like with all of us, we all are very chill, but we get lit. You know what I'm saying? Like, we have chill personalities, but we still have very like crazy personalities when we're around each other. But when we're just like, you know, in a crowd, we're all very chill people. So I feel like we share a similarity with that with each other, which I fuck with. Because I feel like I don't have to just be, oh, just lit Kayla now, or just be chill Kayla now. I could fluctuate between and just like, and feel comfortable doing so. And that's really what I've been trying to work on. When I wanted to work on communicating better, my podcast helped a lot with that because I have to talk on here. So that was practice doing so with that. And then just when I would like talk to you guys about voicing something, or talk to like a nigga about like voicing my feelings about something, or my sister or my mom, just learning how to, I would always like take my time when speaking so I can find the right words to put together so they make the best sense to the other person and to me too. And so now I would like consciously every time I speak, like point it out, like, and note that like, okay, you have something you got to say, just stop and find the words first and then say it. Every time. I don't care how long it would take for me to pause or I would start over. I would just do that every time until it became better and better. Now, the next thing, like, I like to focus on, like, of course there's millions of things I have to work on about myself that are going to keep going, but I like to just pick them one at a time instead of try to work on multiple things at once. So, like, now what I'm really keying in on, though, is stopping masking and just being my most authentic self all the time. So what I do now is when I'm in public settings and somebody might be giving me like a fake energy, like, you know how people do fake, but it's like, hey, how are you? Oh, really? That bullshit shit. I don't do that. Because before I would try to mask and match that energy with the person to just make them feel comfortable and keep the conversation energy here. But now I just would talk in my normal tone, how I speak. And if I'm not feeling like at the moment, I'm not going to give you in. Like, I'm going to just give you in, you know? So I've been trying to just note that and not subconsciously feel bad about myself not having the same energy with the other person. And just being like, you feel good though. Shit. Okay. Anything you're currently working on that you're consciously trying to work on?
I'm trying to do better, like, with communication too, because sometimes I realize, like, if a hard conversation or like a conversation that involves feelings, like if I'm texting somebody about it, most of the time, like, I'll put my phone on D&D or
try to avoid
their messages and stuff.
We've talked about this before.
But then I'm starting to, like, I'll catch myself doing it and I'll be like, you know what?
Just tackle it head on.
Yeah, like, girl.
Just get it out the way.
With, right?
Because when you push it to the side, that shit still ended up coming back. So it's like, nigga, might as well, literally, that's how I looked at it too. Like, when all that school shit was happening and stuff like that, I would just try to avoid it until it was fucking too late. Like, and I had to get out of school. And since then, now, like, anytime I have something that I might not feel like dealing with or doing, I just get that shit out the way because damn near I'm not gonna wait till the last minute. Right, until it's too fucking late. Alright, you guys, but that's it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what y'all think about anxiety. Tell us your stories and shit like that. I'm always down for listening and learning more and just experiencing with one another. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. On the road to 200 subs. Y'all already know the fucking deal. Every week I feel like I've been getting subscribers. The consistency, like, we're gonna keep it up. Keep it up on my side, and y'all keep it up on yours. Okay, baby? Okay. Don't forget to follow our socials. They'll be linked down in the description. And we'll see you guys in the next fucking episode, niggas.
You've got some vacation time. You and your girlfriend, too bad, man. Bad when you're both